So that is something that is going to be pretty difficult for her to deal with. And Coddle in general should do fine against the Ember Spirit mid. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but I mean, basically he pushes out lane and farms his medium hard camp behind the tower. So it's like unless they ward that early on Mad Kings, he's going to out farm the Ember.
It's true. I mean, it can't really get much worse than it was game number 1. Like, how many denies did Alone have on his Tiny? It was like 18 or something by like 9 minutes in or something like that. So surely going up against the Ember Spirit, it's going to be, you know, anything is easier than what he's already experienced here. So hopefully that is going to be enough for him to have a little bit of a better game as he is rejoining in. And hopefully we shall start. What the hell? Man, are those crazy lines on the minimap? That's kind of cool. How the hell did you do that?
Like, yeah, I've seen a couple different people in North and South America have fun little like designs that they can draw on the minimap. I still don't know how they do it, but I do see it during pauses pretty often.
Yeah, it was like a rave light show. That was awesome. I don't know. I was ready to like start taking some tabs or something. Who knows? But 5-on-5 smokes happening, but it looks like both teams are going to make kind of the same move. I'm probably just going to avoid each other entirely, which will inevitably just set up to go for a standard split of 2 for 2 on the bounties here. Not going to be any crazy action to start off here on the second game. We'll see how it does pan out. I mean, in terms of like laning phase, which team do you think is really going to come out ahead?
I mean, looking at Bull's lanes, mid should win or at least draw. It shouldn't lose. The only way it loses is if like the rotation to the mid lane from like Dark Willow manages to catch Lumpy. But outside of that, it's going to be pretty difficult. Arc Warden is very strong in lane as a Dire hero. I'm not sure how versed you are in the differences between the Tempest version and the regular version of Arc Warden, but Dire's side, he is a much stronger lane hero. So the Arc Warden shouldn't really lose to the Beastmaster either.
The battle begins.
Yeah, he should end up having a pretty free time in general. We'll see how it does go down. Obviously, I feel like there's probably quite a lot of pressure as well on this old POS 5 Stinger here for the Viper, which is kind of interesting. He's actually started off with 0 mana regen, which is kind of odd considering how this hero just wants to spam poison attack relentlessly in the lane. But maybe he's just hoping he's going to get a lot of stick charges here. Ooh, they've actually found Jim Park here trying to go with the creeps, and unfortunately he just goes AFK! Oh,
yeah, he knows.
No, yeah. And that just ends up...
He wants to die to get back to the lane as fast as possible. The biggest grief you could do there is if you're like the Tusk, you just stand next to him and wait for him to start moving. And it's like you either just wait for him, wait him out or whatever. But yeah, easy kill there. These 3 heroes, a lot of damage between them. Is a good find.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic way to start the game here for Bulls. And actually, you're just going to keep on applying pressure as well. Good way to get 2-man stop there from Vitally there. And already, Stinger's very low on HP and chewing through his mana pool quite quickly as well. So we're going to have to start shipping out some resources pronto here to be able to really sustain this in the lane. Meanwhile, Lumpy also applying some good pressure onto Alone underneath his tier 1. Chipping away. I look away for a second and Stinger goes down. Alright, this safe lane here for Mad Kings is just getting worse and worse.
I know this might come as a shock, but they magic missiled him into a hoof stomp and he died.
Wow.
That was exactly what happened. Yeah.
Big plays. Yeah, that's some high level stuff right there. But maybe now it's going to be safe. There's not much mana left now for the off lane here of Bulls. And actually, look at that. Stinger just kind of ignoring Vitally in general. Just wants to constantly hit moves, force back this Venge. But yeah, without any mana here for another stomp or anything like that, I'm pretty sure that the Viper should be A-okay. Quite interesting as well that Vitally just starts off with immediately 2 rings of protection. Just really wants that armor for this lane.
Yeah, that's just Centaur, right? This hero has literally no base armor at all, but has a ton of regen, like 6.5 base regen or something, and 0 armor. So you just buy double ring of protection to get yourself to your early Helma Iron Will, and then suddenly you're just an immovable object in the lane. It's one of the main reasons Centaur is as popular as he is right now.
Yeah, and then you get that old proverb of what happens when you have an immovable object come across an unstoppable force. So what actually ends up happening there, Centaur just going to carry on doing his own thing. And actually, Moose maybe thinking about trying to go for this kill onto Stinger. Waiting for the Centaur to be as close as possible. Obviously, there is a silence, but even still, the Centaur is fast enough. Stinger trying to get himself away, but not going to get far at all. And that is now a killing spree online for the Centaur already. And if he wants, it looks like he's actually just going to go for phase boots as fast as possible rather than going for that Helm of the Iron Will.
That's an interesting one. I mean, he definitely wants to get a Veil very quickly, but I guess phase boots, it is one of these things that it pays off a lot against a hero like Viper, because Viper is very slow. Top lane, some fighting happened. Gardic might actually get out. Done a 20 HP, pops to south. Yeah, he's fine. But yeah, Viper is super slow. 275 move speed, one of the slowest heroes in all of Dota, so an early boots into phase boots will actually make this Viper's game really sad.
Yeah, if it wasn't already. Dying a couple of times, and so yeah, if he gets caught out of position again, he can easily go down, which I'm sure is what Moose is waiting for, because Stinger is still playing relatively aggressive, considering just how squishy he is in all things considered, but man just doesn't care. He's going to keep doing his own thing. Meanwhile, we've not really looked at this mid at all, and it's pretty much even, you know, not too much is happening here. 20-3 for Lumpy to the 19-6 there of Alone, so once again, just slightly ahead in terms of actual denies, but yeah, that's just the nature of the matchup. Both just endlessly high-fiving each other.
I love that. It's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like this lane is exactly what we expected. Both these guys are just going to be farming each other's like creep wave, and that's pretty much it. Good fort there from Alone. This is just obnoxious. What is this?
The fact that it gives a voice, like a chat prompt every single time as well. It's like, just fills up the screen with a load of pointlessness. But oh well. As long as if they're enjoying themselves, that's all that matters. Always funny as well when you see mid laners that actually care so little about water runes, they'd rather deny them than actually spend the time to go pick them up.
Yeah, that Coddle does not care about mana. That dude has got way more important things like stacking camps and hitting creeps.
Yeah, now got 2 triple camps on the go as well. We're going to really start accelerating his farm right now. Meanwhile as well, up towards the top. Not really checked up here for a while, but Pake's still doing fine in terms of CS, 22-6 right now. Is slowly now getting outpaced by the Beastmaster now that he has level 2 into the boars. Does make his last hitting a bit more awkward. Meanwhile, Moose actually getting caught out of position there. Does go down, so finally Mad King's getting a kill on the board.
Yeah, Viper's online, baby. He hit level 3 and he pressed poison attack. I mean, part of this is he went up here to try and go D-ward. Viper was in a really good position to just stack up 5 poison attacks, and at that point, there's no shot you're getting out. Good rotation top lane, though. Lumpy hit his level 6 and puts the first solar bind to good use.
Oh, Alone comes in there. They want to try and get some sort of counterplay right now. Pei goes down and Lumpy will follow him to the grave. This is a huge sudden event here for Mad King. And it's looking like there's not really any escape here from Gardic, as eventually the Tusk will get ran down. So there's a huge counterplay there from Mad King. Sure, they lose their off lane, but they respond in kind.
Yeah, that's actually super sick. His skill build this game on the Ember, going 2 points chains, 3 points slight, going no points in flame guard against this Keeper of the Light mid, has actually just paid off huge for this. And Pake actually not respecting the amount of damage and dive that these guys have. He's going to go down again.
He is. That was a huge punish. And now also Gardic completing his TP. Will use the snowball to try and keep himself alive, but the TP coming in from the Centaur Warrunner. Maybe they could try and find some sort of response. Wants to make the move on towards Alone, but good Searing Chains holding back the Centaur for now. I think Alone knows he's just dead, or is he? He gets the phase boost delivered with that movement speed. He's trying to run away. The Sleight of Fist not going to be able to cause his death, and Vitali's now actually the one getting low. Snowball's going to be here. Gardic trying to make the play. Sleight of Fist though once again avoiding everything, and Gardic will go down. Alone man getting so much value.
Here comes the entire rest of the team. They're looking for them. They're like, we're going to get this guy.
Yeah,
he's not getting out this time, I promise.
The Illuminate misses, but even still with the urn at the very least, Magic Missile will be there to secure the kill. At long last, the Ever Spirit does go down. Vitally also getting low, but the Hilda from Illuminate trying to make the difference, but it doesn't actually end up stacking up at all. But now Lumpy, it's just an endless trade fest up at this top lane. As once again the cult goes down, but it is now a solid 3k gold lead, and it's not even over. Moose, he's gonna die as well. It's a triple for Devil.
Dude, this game was like totally fine for Bulls for how things were going. This game is a disaster now for them. They just, over the course of this like fight, basically went from being about 1.5 to 2k gold, about 1.5k ahead, to almost 5k behind now.
Yeah, and just 8 minutes.
This has cost them so much.
Yeah, Pake bottom farmed all the cores as well. He's barely ahead of the Dark Willow as well. Not a great position to be in. And it feels like, you know, Mad King, is the damage kind of done? Do they even need to bother thinking about this Arc Warden for a while? Because they've already done a fantastic job of screwing him over.
The fact that this Viper was like completely shut down as the 5 position, he is level 6 now at 8.5 minutes into the game, and he's a terrifying hero to run into. He will solo kill your mid coddle, like legitimately. So I am really worried for the side of Bulls now in terms of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they need a lot more space here right now. And actually it looks like Pake thinking about trying to make this move on to him past his tier 2 tower. He's hiding in the trees, goes for TP out, gets spotted, and there is going to be Searing Chains from afar. 4 heroes collapse on top of his face, and he will go down. Just no room at all for this Arc Warden to try and recover in this game. And they're already dealing good damage to the tier 2. This is sub 10 minutes in for crying out loud. Meanwhile, down to the bot lane, they're trying to find a kill on Jim
kill.
Park, and they will be able to bring him down. Let's see if Mad Kings can try and get a good response and maybe get a retaliation kill. Vitally controlled on up, and with the old Hawks diving on through, they guarantee that kill. Question is, can they find another? Moose pretty speedy on the Venge, and should be able to get herself out of there. This TP is about to come off cooldown. Not using it though.
No, he's dead.
What? Yeah, he wasn't using it. Eh, as a result, that's a free kill. Alone will take that one.
Dodude, this Beastmaster went from having like an okay game to having almost 6,000 net worth at 10 minutes. Helm of the Dominator is done, and he is like over halfway to his Vlads. Devil is going to be a massive problem for the side of Bulls because like they have Coddle, of course, for like depushing waves, but he doesn't actually do super well against Beastmaster because Beastmaster can just like split push, apply a lot of pressure to the map, and if you try to get on top of him and he gets a roar into you, you're dead. So Lumpy has to play super defensive this game.
He really does. Oh no,
He's still level 5.
he just has no space at all. He's getting close to his level 6 at the very least, but it feels like a small consolation prize, all things considered. Still needs like another 600 gold before he even has his Hand of Midas going for himself. Does not feel great at all, especially with the mid-tier 1 also going down. Just the map continues to shrink here for Bulls. Just making it super awkward to really get anything off the map. I mean, it feels very similar to game number 1 in a way that there's a lot of pressure on Lumpy to all of a sudden start popping off and really save the game here for the side of Bulls.
They do have some ancient stacks here, it looks like, but even then, it's not easy for them to clean these up.
Oh, Gardic.
Yeah.
He's dead. Alone, waiting for the last hit, but nah, Michael gets it anyway. He's like, no, I actually want some kills this time, buddy. Not today. But yeah, they just continue to spiral out control right now. 40 for 6 on the scoreline. 5,000 gold advantage already. And to be honest, only a 72% win probability. Is this kind of like the Spectre fever, where Gaben just really loves an Arc Warden, you know? Just feels like he can win no matter what.
I mean, kind of, for sure. I think part of it is the Coddle as well, and Centaur just generally a very strong hero of the patch. The thing that's really weird is like this game was really in control from Bulls. I'm wondering if Vitali's like regretting going for those early phase boots now as opposed to having finished up his Veil, because he might have had it when when all those fights were happening top.
Radiant's
But
bottom tower
when
is under attack.
you bring like 9 heroes into your carry's lane and it's just fight after fight after fight, like he's not farming anything anywhere, so you're just making like reverse space for your core, and it results in kind of the situation we have now where this Arc Warden has absolutely nothing. I do get at least a nice pick off here, but it's going to cost them their tier 2 tower top.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, not
is
really too great of a trade at all. And he's going to be able to take down the tier 1 in theory, unless of course Mad Kings wants to bring some heroes on over to defend it, which they definitely could if they chose to. But it looks like they're more interested just keeping control of the Dire jungle and making sure there is as little space for this Arc Warden to try and farm and recover. As Pakus now, yeah, he's had to make a slow walk to the opposite side of the map to continue his farm. But at the very least, he has Hand of Midas completed, or at least on the courier, so that's something.
Yeah, you know, the little wins, the little victories there for sure. We'll see how he's able to recover. I mean, it's not feeling really good for him because he needs a lot of space and there's not much map left.
It's not.
As they're about to lose Centaur potentially.
Try and run
He's
himself
down,
away,
okay.
blink off cooldown. Yeah, alone. Actually didn't have many remnants to really work with right there, so couldn't find the kill. Stinger as well, nearly gets a solo on towards the Venge, can't quite find it. Meanwhile, talking about solos, Devil, he's just taking down the Arc Warden right now. Literally, what can Pake do? There was like 4 levels difference in it, and now potentially going to lose the Tempest double as well. Some extra gold there for Devil. And yeah, man, this goddamn Beastmaster, 8,500 gold net worth. He is having such a fun time.
Yeah, that is absolutely wild. I mean, just casually sitting at nearly 600 GPM right now on an offlaner at 14 minutes is nutty. That is unheard of.
He feels real good, although maybe it's about to get worse right now. He's been caught kind of out of position. There is Michael nearby trying to help out. The Terrorize, though, connects onto 3. He's fantastically placed, though. Moves with the aggressive swap, trying to make sure that Devil cannot retreat himself out of this one. He's a tanky old boy.
No
it's just
way.
the Venge. In comes alone, and now the turnaround is here. Venge will lose their life instead, and Devil, he just will not die. He's invincible, and now they got the grab on towards Pig Fights, and he tries to jump forwards, but the read was there. The Beastmaster not going to get caught. Instead, they're going to try their best to lock down this Ember Spirit, but he's doing some work on his own. No more remnants, but it doesn't matter. He already has one place, and he is out of there.
Look at Stinger. The 5 position Viper just showing up. Solo kills your Arc Warden.
Easy backstab. Well, maybe Pei can get the kill with the Tempest. No, never mind. that thing does not last long at all. There you go. Now, 9,000 gold advantage here for Mad Kings, 15 minutes in. And yeah, this win probability continuing to grow, 85% now, going their way. This feels extremely good for them. You know, this is kind of how game number 1 should have went when they had the lead and they held on to it. But this time, yeah, they've definitely learned from those potential mistakes in that first game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like if they're trying to do anything like really greedy on the side of Mad Kings, or if they're just going to like play this one out how they should. And honestly, their itemization kind of screams the latter. Like they're setting up to like just play perfectly into Bulls. Like they don't want to give Bulls any slack. They're not building any extra Midases on your supports. You're not doing any like weird builds on your cores. Like Devil's gonna have an Aghanim Scepter in 3,000 gold. Michael's going to have an Atos. Like, they just want more ability to lock down these heroes or kind of close the gap. And,
oh, well, yeah, a bit of overextension there from Alone, actually getting caught out underneath the tier 2 tower. That's a 5 kill streak going in the way of the Centaur. And actually, the Bulls, they're trying to make another play happen. They got the Roar on towards Vitey right now. He's pretty tanky, but he's so damn slow because of this Viper. He's just crawling, and eventually he will die. The Tempest double at least times out rather than getting the kill, but I don't know. It was a nice kill onto the Ember Spirit, but it cost them big in the end.
Yeah, I mean it's funny. It's like a 3-for-1. It's an almost kill, like even kill exchange. Lumpy, that was his Orchid reveal. So as opposed to going for like the Vessel, which he did in previous games, he's gone for an Orchid here, and it did surprise the Ember. But he's probably not going to get caught by that again, as he instantly queues up the Yule Scepter. He was going to go Kaya Sanj, but now realizes, okay, well, fool me once.
Yeah, with that Yules, it definitely feels like he should then be unkillable. unless he does get chain stun somehow from like magic missile, stomp, then snowball with a punch maybe. But that's a lot of things that have to go right for Balls to really guarantee that kill. And then you'd also have the rest of Mad Kings on top of you trying to cause a lot of havoc. Where, speaking of Michael, hide himself in the trees. He actually puts himself in a good spot. Moose though, maybe realizing he's in the area and he's placed down a ward. The sentry's going to be a little bit off the mark there. So the Obs will survive. Ah, there we go. They got it in the end. Michael, though.
Yeah, they were pinging like one of two spots. Luckily, they had a second sentry there.
Meanwhile, though, the rest of Mad Kings is just taking down the final tier 2. You got that little skelly army ramping up all this damage massively, and yeah, that's just gone. Every single tier 2 down at 18 minutes in. There's very little space here for Balls to work with.
That is a Blink Viper. What? All right. That is something I would not have expected out of your support, but to just rush Blink Dagger this game. And it's working, honestly.
Yeah. Gets him the kill on towards Gardic. I mean, what's really the play here from Balls? I mean, obviously they need to just make space for the Arc Warden to farm, but how do they do that? It doesn't feel like Mad Kings are going to give them that opportunity.
I mean, there is still the threat of going high ground and dying. Like, that is definitely something that can happen. They don't have amazing high ground siege. Like, Bloodseeker is not, like, a super safe hero at taking high ground. You do have, like, Beastmaster that can just send in the creeps and stuff, which is fine, and that's probably what they'll do, is slowly chip towers that way. But they need to get Roshan before they really want to start taking high ground. And I think for now, Mad Kings is not really on a timer at all. Like, they have so much control over the map that even if the Arc Warden is farming, they're definitely getting way more out of it.
There they are. This is going to take a long time. Still Peck's trying to build in towards that Maelstrom, which again will ramp up his farming speed. But it just depends on how quickly he can actually get there, though, and how much space Mad King's going to be able to seize whilst that is happening. And it looks like they're also now going to go in for the first Roshan attempt, which, even if Balls knew this was going on, there's not a single thing they could do to stop it. This is the freest objective ever here. And then I'm guessing it's just going to be the Aegis for alone. Like, no one else really needs it. Maybe Jim Park, but I don't know. Feels like Ember's doing a bit more work.
It's like probably just safer to put it on your Bloodseeker, because I think he's going to be the one that actually like hits the towers in front of the enemy team, whereas like the Ember Spirit is waiting to just jump in with a Remnant and find the heroes in the back line with Slight Chains. But like Parker's going to be the one like kind of trying to bait the fight.
Well, speaking of Mad Kings, looks like they found a free kill on towards the Tusk. The Centaur just barely able to get a Blink Dagger and TP away, so he will survive at the very least. But even so, it's another free kill there. And they're drawing the line to actually head over towards the Tormentor area, where Balls are actually trying to take this one away. It's not the fastest. Swap there for the shield. And that's just about enough to get it taken down. That was very dangerous, though. And actually, in comes Jim Park. Everyone's so damn low. He gets a free kill onto Moose. He's just going to dive into the base right now. He tears down 2 of them. And now Lumpy can't go anywhere. Oh my god. That is the power of a Tormentor with a Bloodseeker on the other team. Good lord, Balls were not expecting that.
Yeah, never Tormentor against a Bloodseeker. That dude just came in there with like 1400 MS and just destroyed your entire team. Tusk is going to die as well. He just basically gets 4 kills for his troubles, and initially it's like, okay, they can't really hit high ground super easily because only Bloodseeker can stand in front. But when 4 heroes are dead, it's pretty easy, it turns out.
Yeah. To send the whole team in there, absolutely nothing to fear whatsoever. Yeah, this is going to be the full set of barracks going down, but you know, it seems how it is so early on in the game, these respawns are very short, so everyone from Balls is about to be alive. And the tier 3 mid will go down. Question is, can Balls actually defend the set of barracks or not? They're going to try their best to. They can't just give this away for free. So they can keep poking from afar, but I don't think Mad Kings really care about Illuminates. Actually, with the bubble, that's going to be enough to push them back. They're ready to jump back in, though. Seeing if anyone on the side of Ball steps out of position. I mean, Vice as well as Moose, smoked up on the side, will now break. Ember Spirit gets the immediate shackles. Snowball off to the right side. Everybody just grouping up, actually. And the poor old Centaur, again, he just goes AFK. Nothing he could do Jim Park as well gets punched up into the air, but it only delays the inevitable. The damage just comes flying on through right now. They lose 2 immediately. Raw grabs on towards Vitally. That's going to be a dive back from the Centaurs. He will go down. They lose the first life of their Bloodseeker, but who really cares? He just blinked daggers away. They will at least kill Devil, which is a 9 kill streak. That's a ton of gold. But this is already such an expensive fight for Bulls.
Yeah, you need to get way more than this. Like, you just buy back, what, 3 heroes? You get the, you know, the Beastmaster, which is a 2,000 gold kill, but it's so much more economic damage, and oh boy, Arc Warden, he's gonna be in some trouble as well.
Oh, that snowball's actually a little bit awkward. Just drags the Arc Warden further into danger. And that was just the Pos 5 Viper setting all of that up as well, man. Sting has really done a fantastic job in this game, despite how awful the start was for them. They lost so many heroes for that. Looks like they're going to be able to get a grab here on towards the Dark Willow, swapping it back on in, although immediately Lumpy gets ruptured up. Atos as well to deny the TP. He focuses him down. Kotl's dead. And Moose also going to end up dropping down here. It's a full team wipe. And I would not be surprised if we see those 2 little letters appear on our screen and Bulls probably tap out of this game because this feels over.
Yeah, this one got out of hand really fast. Like, you can trace back the entire game to the series of kills on the top side, right? Where, like, Beastmaster doesn't die. I think the kill started by the Ember, or I'm sorry, the Kotl rotates top, kills the Beastmaster, right? And then comes in the rotation from Ember and everyone else. They get the return kills. But they all just keep coming back. They all just keep TPing back up, and Beastmaster sticks around, ends up getting like 3 kills and 3 more assists throughout the duration of like the next like 4 minutes. And it's just, the game just falls apart for Bulls at that point. Like, you just lose so much in the early game momentum, and your draft does not play from behind well.
No, it really doesn't. It feels like the only way they can recover in this game is if it goes on for at least like, a half hour or something like that, but I really don't think Mad Kings will give them that much of an opportunity. They've already been able to take 2 full sets of barracks. So with the smoke, they're just charging in alone. He's got the grab hit on towards Gardic. Poor old Tusk. They only snowball forwards here to try and survive. Soon as well, chops the ultimate on towards the Kotl and just gets evaporated, man. Jim Park just melting everybody. Swap there, trying to save Pake. But Jim Park, he's a goddamn race car. He's just flying on through with the Bedlam on top, and there it is. Finally, Bulls call GG, and we are going to a 3rd game.
Yeah, that one's not surprising. Looking at how this game started, it's like, you never want to be like, okay, like called it over super early or anything, but as soon as that like 4 minutes, so I don't know how Bulls ever pull it back outside.